Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Wes from Lighthouse Solutions. Gonna go over my belt today, kind of the state of where it's at and where I plan to go, and a little bit about the thought process um, behind the setup I have. So we'll go over it while I've got it on. So right now, pistol on right side and right hand shooter makes sense. Two magazine pouches and a rifle. I've got one angled and one vertical grip, and then IFAK on the back. So the belt. So this is a GBRS, I think a Gen 2 duty belt, tactical belt, go to war belt, whatever you want to call it. Belt is phenomenal, zero issues there. It's got a very comfortable inner belt that comes with it. I use it as my everyday belt. Does great for concealed carry. No issues there whatsoever. Currently, I'm running a HK VP9. I just got this. Thanks, Mike, for sending this out to me. Love this gun. Still getting some more rounds through it, some more practice with it before it possibly becomes my duty gun. But I just got to show this trigger. Let's see if you guys can get that. It's a smooth wall, and then just an absolute crisp break. Love this gun. I'm running this on a cheap Blade Tech holster, cheap price-wise, good quality, does everything I need to do, but I didn't want to go and spend, $200+ on a ALS or some other setup if I didn't like the gun. So I've kind of been playing with this, but I will switch this out to a drop down with some other holster that's better suited for a duty belt. Next over, we have my IFAK. The IFAK is going to be the first thing that I update, just simply because I can't access it with both hands, but I kind of have to have everything. I have everything wrapped up in a chest seal, so you've got this taco that I can pull out, but you kind of have to keep everything together. If your hands are wet and dirty, there's a chance you may drop something and may slip out. So it's just not ideal. It works for now. It gets me in the fight. It does what I need it to do, but it could definitely be improved. It will be the first improvement I make to the belt. Next, we've got these S-Tac Kiwi holsters, mag pouches, excuse me. They do phenomenally well. Excellent retention. I really like how this one has the mag more exposed than some of the other ones I've seen. I can really get a good grip on the magazine. I don't ever grab the holster or the pouch and the mag. It's just all mag, which makes reloads, even simpler. Simple is the key. Next, I have a vertical and an angled. You can see right now, this looks like the angled is running right into this, but the way it sits on my belt, it opens it up and I have clearance to pull. But I am also changing to two angled mag pouches just because I've really grown to like the smoothness of pulling the angle versus pulling up. I feel like you get a lot of shoulder tension with the angled. It kind of helps you relax and you can pull and push. So you eliminate movements and it helps my reloads a pretty good bit. And then, you've got a industry standard Cobra buckle. This one is weight rated, so you could, attach lanyards to this if you're one of those cool guys. I'm not, so it's there in case I ever needed it. But it's phenomenal belt. So this is pretty minimalist. This is what I would say the minimum for a belt is. It gets the job done. And it kind of brings me to one of the points of making this video is there's no excuse not to train with what you have. Don't be one of those dudes that just sits and is like, oh, I need to have, the best of everything before I can get out and train, because some guy out there with a high point that's going to put in rounds and get the reps in, you may show up with, your staccato and your Gucci belt, and he's going to outperform just because he has the training. So when training meets the gear, that's when you see a real acceleration, but training is foundational. So that's kind of where I'm at. There's a few things I want to add. We talked about the holster. Gonna update the holster. Gonna update the IFAK, change these 2 angled mag pouches, as well as I'm gonna put some sort of fixed blade in here as a tool. And you know, it could obviously use to poke holes in people if needed. And then I'm gonna throw some sort of accessory pouch so I can put my rangefinder or what other you know, gear that I see fit that goes in there. But for training, I use rangefinder quite a bit, as well as a multi-tool. Just you can't go wrong having a multi-tool. I have it on my plate carrier currently, but I would like to move it to my first line, which is what I call my belt, something I'll always have on me. And we can go over that later in further videos, how we have our gear set up to stuff. You know, as the mission or the situation you're in escalates, your gear stack will also escalate. So, you know, this is the bare minimum. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And we'll see you guys next time.